Okay, so welcome back to a new video. So in today's video, we'll be doing a world box challenge. So as you can see, we have 4 kingdoms and a bunch of boxes. And so every 20 years, we will remove some of those lines. And we'll see which kingdom makes it to the end. So in the middle, we have a demon zombie named Gerald, who will be a big contestant. And if the kingdoms destroy another kingdom or completely control the entire box they're in, the king will get a super boost with all sorts of powers. But as you can see, each box besides the starting box is inhabited by dangerous enemies, okay? And so, yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content here. Okay, with world box, as you can see, just power that guy up a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so looks like they're all staying pretty close in population here, and looks like Shika just changing off rebellions and angry villagers on so the fights last a bit longer. We don't want biome overgrowth on for the corruption, and no natural disasters or otherworldly incidents, since I've already handled those. Okay, so yep, it's gonna, if you didn't know, that's how you get to the debug menu. So I'm just gonna turn on some sonic speed here till we reach year 20. Okay, so here we go. I thought that pickaxes could erase mountains. That's a bit embarrassing, but apparently you just need soil to do that. So yeah, there we go. Just making some straight lines. Let's see what happens. So we already have an alliance between the 2 bottom kingdoms. 2 top kingdoms are on their own. Made a little bit of a mistake there, and I was just checking the kings to see what kind of weapons they had. I didn't realize, if you look up there, I wasn't supposed to erase that middle line. And if you don't know what, and if you want to know why there isn't a middle line there, I kind of forgot. It's not very symmetrical. So don't ask these kinds of questions. We don't like those questions here. Okay, and I tried to put them back in their own box, but I think there was a little bit of mixing around, and somehow all the zombies died, so I had to put some more zombies in here. So yeah, I have another 100 days video in the works right now. Let's just say a big twist happened. So yeah, I'm also going to see if I can, I've also got a plan for another video with another creator. You might know him, you might not. We'll see if he says yes. I'm not gonna name this creator. He's pretty big compared to my channel right now. It's a decent size channel, so you all will probably know him, most of you. So yeah, so the top kingdom was defeated, so I counted that as a win for the bottom kingdom. I just gave him some fun traits here that will work very nicely to make him super powered. I did not put nuke on these guys since I didn't feel like they needed that extra damage. Yep, and as you'll find out later, those mush spores were not a good idea for that kingdom down there. So up here, they're already being attacked by zombies left and right, down to 16 population. That one's up to 54, and then I realized the other bottom kingdom was taken down, so I might as well make this guy's king supercharged. So yeah, I made them all super charged up. I'm strong. These guys will really help out, but they will not determine victory, I don't think, since against the amount of enemies that are coming. As you can see, I actually realized something interesting. In a minute, if you watch over where I put some necromancers down over at the top to the left, I'm not sure if these directions are making any sense, but whatever. Over at the top to the left, oh yeah, and the king was a child, not doing so well. At the top to the left, there was some necromancers, and they just kept continuously spawning skeletons. And those little cyborg guys were really powerful. Yep. That kingdom is almost wiped out here. Their king is barely hanging on. And they're getting attacked by these little cyborg guys with shotguns. They do kind of a lot of damage. Actually a lot of damage. So I erased the middle line, I erased the top lines and the bottom lines. Running out of things to say here. As you can see, Shika versus Great T-Fug, it's 3-2. It's 3-2. I think it's just 3. Oh yeah. Also, when you get a superpower king, I will remove the infected and the crippled trace. I'm trying to figure out why he's getting infected, so I just put immunity on him, and I forgot regen. Just put a ton of things on him and hope that they worked. He's being attacked by a ton of zombies, but it's nothing that child shouldn't be able to handle. And down here, you can see they're being attacked by demons and cyborgs. These guys have to deal with zombies and ancient ones. And then I forgot to turn the ages off, so I just did that real fast, because we don't want any of the ages to mess this up. So yeah, Shika is not doing too good. I mean, one cyborg with a legendary shotgun can knock him down pretty easily. The king has a fire sword. And I also remember this guy to name him Gerald. And then you can see these guys are just running around the tier 50, and they're not doing so well. A 17 kingdom. Oh, up to 20 now. 21, 22, so they're repopulating fast. Versus a 9 kingdom, looks like. So yeah, you can definitely tell that there's a big difference in size here. Yep, there they go. Yeah. My channel's kind of small right now, so if you're seeing this and you like the kind of content I put out, liking and subscribing would mean the world to me. Get it? Since we're playing World Box, it would mean the world. I don't know, it wasn't very good. So the king out here is just single-handedly wiping out waves and waves of enemies. And now it's time for the center border box borders to drop. And now the only box left is the one holding Gerald. And I thought the kingdoms deserved a power boost. So we were gonna play a little game. So it's gonna be one demon versus the other demons. So we got Shika over here, and we got Great Tefuga over here. Made him mad. Tried to remove all the skeletons from the box, but I didn't get them all, as you'll see here. You can see Shika is running from great and they're being shot by skeletons. Oh, I think Shika's, no, they're fighting. And 2 dies here, so Shika lost. So great gets a power boost. And I thought a good power boost would be immunity. I just slapped a bunch of immunities in there since I wasn't quite sure what was stopping zombie infection. And yeah, so if you get supercharged, like as a king, if I see you've got crippled or one-eyed, I'll remove that to make it easier. So yeah, here we go. So he's got mush spores. I didn't think that would last that long, but that started to become a problem for their kingdom. So it looks like we've got 6 to 20 right now. 27 now. And Gerald is still doing strong in the box. I removed the crippled and one-eyed traits, and I gave him bubble shield, and I gave him some traits to see if he can maybe spawn more demons by himself. And the king is out here going to town on these guys, just completely wrecking them. As you can see, destroying zombies. He's being a lot more active than the king of Shika. And that guy gave him one last trait to unlock. Lucky. As you can see, from now on, when he gets to year 80, we'll drop the final box, and I mean the final wall of mountains, and we'll go in. But yeah, and as you can see, the mush spores turn these guys into mushroom people. So I didn't realize this was bad, so I thought I would start removing it, since I think I put it on this kingdom sometimes. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments somewhere, but I can't be too sure. And they're off shooting at things and stuff. So we have Gerald here, and it's year 75. They're 75 years in, and they're sitting at 10 for Shika. And the one king man survived, and Great Timug is sitting at 6, so not doing too well. Not doing too well at all. Yep. Okay, they're at 12 now. Might have been reading the numbers wrong, I can't be sure. It's just starting removing mush spores on people. As I'm looking back at the footage, I thought I put it on, but I actually didn't. So, yeah, 18 to 8. 9 now. 24. They're repopulating fast. Guess it is at 5 times speed. So that has to be understood. I thought about sending them into a war, but I decided not to. So this was going to be determined. So if the well, you can see the evil mage won, but if the white mage won, it was to see if it would be a new population or not. I gave him a little population boost here. Kept healing and healing and healing. Really strong guy here. And I decided to give him a last boost here. I'm not sure why they did it. So it's 5, 4. Oh yeah, so I did a spinner roll here, and so they got immunity. That's why I gave them a boost. So for a good trait, I gave them immunity again, and the other person got people. That's why I gave them some people. So it panned out pretty well of what they needed. But all in all, I think this was a really hostile world for them to survive in. Maybe overly hostile. Just look at all those skeletons. Those necromancers just continuously spawn them. And Gerald is the only one left. He's just fighting away. Just attacking some ancient ones here at the ice towers. And the Hesha is spreading pretty nicely. He's not really doing much of anything. He's just throwing them around and killing a few zombies. But they lost their village immediately to the cyborgs. And most of the world is like basically not touched so far. Gerald is still doing strong. So I removed the crippled and the one-eyed as I said I would. And I decided it was time to move him somewhere maybe closer to another kingdom, so I picked him up. I was looking around and then I got this huge pile of skeletons. And I thought I'll just place them all down in a box. Because I was really looking for somewhere to put them. But I forgot those skeletons. He has bloodlust and they all started attacking him and they killed him like instantly. And there goes Gerald. Now it's between the last two kingdoms that are fighting it out. We've got Hesha Sons at 4 and Great Tumug at 8, and so I think it was at year something or another, year 40, I was going to have him declare war, and so yeah, send him out to do war. And with one person who's just, I think just a child just hiding in their kingdom versus 20, I was pretty sure they were gonna win. They grew up and maybe they'll repopulate somehow with one person. Somehow they do it in this game. I'm not sure how they do it, but I'm not questioning video game physics or whatever. And so yeah, the skeletons are spreading and the kingdom was destroyed. So Great Tumug, you are the winners. I think I pronounced your name like 5 different ways in this video. Okay, bye. Remember to like and subscribe.